Hey guys, Paul from Ashen Phoenix. It is New Comic Book Day for the week of August 12th, and we're going to get started right now. This episode brought to you by shirts. Not really. It's brought to you by YouTube. We have a second YouTube channel now. I don't know if you noticed. You're going to be able to check in the link down below in the description. Follow it. It's gaming. So you get to watch our exploits doing various things on Dauntless and Dead by Daylight, all that kind of fun stuff. Check it out.
Hey guys, it's Tim from Capes and Scowls, Team Ashen, 75 other things. How are you? Hope you're well. We're going to talk about trades now. I've got Spider-Gwen, Amazing Powers. This collects Spider-Gwen 9 through 15, Annual 1, and All New Wolverine Annual 1. I know these other volumes get a little confusing, but they're still good. We have Adrian Tomaine's The Loneliness of the Long-Distance Cartoonist. He does a lot of interesting books, a lot of memoir kind of stuff. Really awesome book, really nicely made. Symbiote Spider-Man Alien Reality. This is that mini-series tied into Symbiote Spider-Man. Complete thing. This is great. Paul, this is great. Sonic the Hedgehog in Spanish.
Really?
Yep. Consecuencias, Paul. Paul hates it when I butcher Spanish. And I do it a lot. Sometimes meaning, a lot of times not. It's tough, but yeah, this is in Spanish. Bien, después los parto en dos.
Jesus.
Después.
Stop.
Despos. Scream, Curse of Carnage, issue 1 through 6. Sorry, all our Spanish-speaking listeners. Sorry, your ears are bleeding. Teen Titans Go to Camp. These are just fun. I love these little volumes, both the young adult ones and the kids ones. I think they're pretty cool. Aquaman Amnesty. This is issues 48 through 52. This is volume 2. I feel like Aquaman just keeps rebooting in trade form, anyways. It's weird, but hey, it's good. We got Corto Maltese, The Lost Continent. This is a big old crazy big book. It's pretty fun. There's a million volumes like these. You should check those out. And last but not least, we got Cruel Summer, hardcover. Kill a man with, probably. You gotta want it, though. Brubaker and Sean Phillips, so I assume it's some sort of crime, and I assume it's pretty awesome. Because everything they do, in my personal opinion, is awesome.
This is a really short week. So I think there's only like one number one that came out. So this is going to be a lot of looking back on previous titles and seeing where they're at, all that kind of stuff. So we're starting out with Stealth issue number 4. The kingpin of this world has declared open war on Stealth, and while he is still trying to figure his dementia out, he's making moves, all that kind of stuff, while his son is trying to unravel the mystery around Stealth to possibly get the answers that might help with his dementia, whether it's real or whether it's caused by the suit. We don't know, but there's still a lot of mystery here, and there's still 2 issues to go. So it's definitely something to read. If you haven't, I mean, at this point it's issue number 4, so if you need to wait for the trade, but if you're caught up, definitely grab this.
All right, I'm going to go now. Hey, thanks everybody who put up with our lack of editing technology last week. Oh boy, now you see.
I'm actually glad I did it too, because we did not get power until about 7 o'clock in the morning.
Nice. Well, thank you everybody who saw the insanity unedited. That was nice of you. Anyways, I'm going to talk about stuff now. I read Justice League Odyssey, issue 23. Because why not? I don't know anything that's happening in this book, Paul.
It's because there were only 27 titles the entire week.
There's not that many, and I was like, you know what? This is probably fine.
It's almost as if there's nothing to read.
It's Dan Abnett. He's usually good, and he is. He wrote that Guardians book you like back in the day. This book was actually pretty cool. You have the Justice League Odyssey cast. It's kind of a unique cast. Cyborg and what's her name? Jessica Cruz, Green Lantern. And Dexstar was in this, and just a weird mix of New Gods and just so much Darkseid stuff going on in this one. Everybody's fighting Darkseid. There is a time displaced displacency kind of storyline happening here. It's kind of interesting. It's a little wordy. But basically, they're trying to decide if they want to have this monster defeat Darkseid, or do they want Darkseid to win? What do they do if that happens? Everything goes to hell. Cyborg is not himself. He is quite evil. It's a whole thing. But I gotta tell you, for just jumping into an issue I hadn't been reading, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed what was going on. And maybe I'll check this one out and trade at some point, because it's not bad.
Next up, and almost my pick of the week, is Marauders issue number 11. We have the funeral of Kate Pryde. If you haven't known by now, she died in like issue number 4. And they've tried unsuccessfully to bring her back, and this is the funeral. This sets up a lot of what's going to go on in both Marauders and X of Swords and everything like that. It was actually really good. It was really good. It was very touching seeing how Kate kind of how she really does affect everyone around her. And yeah, interesting ending to it, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. But yeah, you can probably assume what's going to happen. It's X-Men. So yeah. Check it out.
All right, next up is a book I truly loved. And it's not my pick of the week, Paul. I'm going to tell you why. It's Hawkeye Freefall, issue 5. The reason this is not my pick of the week is because this book finished digitally. Because they were thinking they weren't going to get a physical print, the whole COVID thing, all that mess. Even Rosenberg had tweeted out he didn't think it was going to get an actual release. And then it did, which is great. But I kind of feel like it's like cheating a little bit. Like this is like, I mean, it's a release for this week, but some people already read this. It's already done, I believe, online. Doesn't matter. This book was fantastic. If you remember where this book was heading, Hawkeye is taking on the Hood. The Hood is doing a lot of creepy business, and the Kingpin is not having it. So you have the Kingpin trying to intervene, but in a casual kind of way, because he's Mayor Fisk. And one of my favorite characters of all time shows up in this, and things get quite dark and quite awful. And there's a great Moon Knight joke, which is also very much appreciated, Rosenberg, thank you. The book's great. I can't wait for the trade of this, because I want to reread it. I didn't pick up the issues. Don't tell them. But the book's great, and you should read this.
And my pick of the week is Empyre, issue number 5, the penultimate issue. The issue before the end. We have everything as would happen in a Marvel crossover series. Everybody is failing. We're getting to the very, very end, and the tide looks like it's going to turn, and then it turns the other way, and we're down to the Hail Mary, what is going to start the end of this title. And I like the writing. The writing has been solid the entire way through. The stakes feel believable enough, and they don't seem all completely hopeless, and then like 2 panels from now things go awry. As much as I liked Secret Wars Part 2, that was kind of how that felt to me, where it was just like they wrote themselves into a corner and it just kind of ended. It's like 2 panels, it was just like, everything's fixed. This feels like the entire issue is going to be that kind of rush to the finish that gives us a believable ending with lasting consequences for the rest of the Marvel Universe. So definitely grab this. The next issue should come out next week, so we'll see what happens with Empyre. But pick it up.
All right, Paul, it's time for my pick of the week. I know you know what it is. It's Big Girls.
I mean, that doesn't happen very often.
It doesn't.
You're just like, what's my pick of the week? Like, I have no idea.
We fought over who was going to read this because I wanted to read it. I don't often fight over a book.
It's just because there were only 20 titles. Like,
I know.
There's only so many books we can read.
But I saw this one in the previews. It looks pretty good. It's Jason Howard. Yes, Jason Howard doing the writing and the arting. Basically, what this story is men, not all men, some men, will start to grow into giant kaiju monsters, essentially. You'll start noticing about 3 years old that your child is growing at an exuberant rate, and then they have to be put down. So women always hope for girls, because girls don't have this problem. And she is part of, I guess, you don't know if she was an experiment or she actually did grow this large, but she isn't a monster, and she is the last line to protect the preserve. It's got like an Attack on Titan feel, but I really didn't care for how, like, I didn't care for Attack on Titan, and I enjoyed this a lot.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
What, I didn't like Attack on Titan is what bothered you?
Yeah, that's weird.
That's true. It was just very, like, I'm sad, and everybody's dead, and everything's sad, and everything's sad.
Oh, you really need to watch the new season. It's actually it's so much action.
Why would I watch the new one if I didn't like the old one? This is good. Let's not talk about Attack on Titan. Let's talk about comic books, buddy. Okay. Cool, thank you. Smug. This book was fun. Basically, there's a lot of moral questions. There's a lot of monstrous side effects to the men. It's got a real heart-wrenching moment in there. I won't spoil it for you, but this is going to go places. It's a pretty fun book, so check it out if you want something different and something good. Alright, gang, that's the end of the episode. I'm glad you're all feeling well, doing well, hopefully, in these uncertain times. I hope everybody's doing well. Paul and I are doing well. We're as well as we can be. Paul's twitching all the time on Twitch, not actually twitching. He doesn't have a problem to my knowledge. Paul, you don't have any problems I need to know about?
No. Not that I know of.
He's got sleep apnea, right?
I mean, yeah, but...
That's not really a problem.
It's a manageable one.
It's a manageable problem. Sorry I'm divulging personal information.
Yeah, wasn't expecting that, but okay.
Nobody cares.
Not really.
You guys don't care, right? Go to Anchor.fm and search for Capes and Scowls, and you can get all the new podcasts. That would help me out tremendously. The whole Apple Podcast rate and review thing, that would be cool as well. What would help you, Paul? What would make you happy that these people could do for you if they love you, which they may?
Share this video.
Share this video. Tell a friend. Phone a friend. You're like, I watched this thing, and they'll be like, why don't you just send me the link? You're like, no, he said phone a friend.
Let's try to get 500 views.
500 views? This week?
I mean...
In a week?
Possibly.
Okay.
If every one of our people that normally do send it to 5 friends.
5? Whew. You guys
we
have 5 friends.
don't even have to do the, like, and they send it to 5 friends, and they send it to 5 friends. No, literally just everybody just send it to 5 friends. Or, like, half of you send it to 10 friends. Either way. Just the numbers.
Paul's asking a lot of you. Just tell a friend. That's enough for me.
No, we assume that you're cool people and you have friends.
I don't care.
Tim is discounting the fact that you have 5 friends.
I'm not.
I'm saying you got 5 friends. You can tell them all.
Just be excellent to each other, right? Just go back to the Bill and Ted. Let's just be excellent. Come on, it's a pandemic. Everybody's sad or happy and just wild mood swings. Let's just all take a deep breath together.
You're just gonna stare at them.
I was hoping you'd cut it by now. You didn't? Oh. Alright, we'll cut it now, Paul.
Bye, everybody.
Paul, cut it.